Howdy, along with Mike Out of This World Mars, King Conrad DeLong, Jeff Seekin right off camera over there. We'll be seeing him in the next hour. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad that you could join us today. You'll let me know when our guests are ready, Mr. Mars. They are ready?
Yeah, it looks like Nick's chickened out on us. It's just going to be Vincent.
Well, that's why I asked you earlier, is it going to be Vincent? And that's just fine. So let's put him up and take a look at him because, you know, Nick's a nice guy, but looks, not so much.
Oh, God.
And you can go ahead and tell him that. Is he sitting off to the side or something?
No, I don't. No, he's not.
He's not even there.
No,
Well, it's good to see you. How have you been?
Good. Thanks for having me back.
You bet. Working for a new company now, and I'm sure that everything has changed, which is probably nothing at this point. And the company's called Stellantis, used to be FCA. And congratulations, the number 4 automaker in the world now. And that's really something. And I know that everybody there is really excited about the future and joining up and being partners with now a European branch of the same car maker. So it's going to be really exciting to see the things to come. And we appreciate you joining us today. I know that's not why we wanted to talk to you. We wanted to talk to you about the new Uconnect 5. And I have always been a fan of the Uconnect system since it first came out. And I want to know exactly what you have done between 4 and 5. You know, when you step up another number, you usually bring new and exciting things to things called Uconnect. So tell us about it.
Sure, no problem. And thanks. Appreciate the that you guys really like the system. I think the biggest thing you'll notice is it's 5 times more powerful, and so it's just lightning fast.
Okay, so I have to interrupt you and say, what is it that makes it faster?
So there's a more powerful computer behind it.
Got it.
With a faster processor, and there's also an Android operating system, and so that's the most widely developed system in the world. And so it's just going to offer us all kinds of future opportunity to bring in new content and services. So I think that's one of the biggest things is that it's just so much more powerful.
What was the operating system on it before?
It was a designed in-house operating system. So it was our own.
Gotcha. Well, it worked just fine, and I assume that you guys have worked closely with Android and Google, I guess, and have done amazing things with the speed, clearly, from what you say. And with that kind of technology upgrade, does that allow you to do more things with the Uconnect?
Absolutely. I think when we went from Uconnect 4 to Uconnect 5, we had to be really careful because our customers are really they love how easy to use the system is. So we built upon that. We evolved the system and added some great new things like our home screen. Gives us really enhanced personalization and allows you to build your own interface so you can get to all your favorite stuff with one touch. The second thing, we also brought in a lot of great new features. One of those, I think, is wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and another is we fully integrated Alexa voice. So we've taken all the great things about Uconnect and really tried to evolve it and just bring it to the next level for our customers.
There was on the new Jeep Grand Cherokee L, the new one. Jim Morrison was kind of giving us an overview of it, but I noticed on the web that there's a couple of things that you've done visually, like with the Macintosh. That you've kind of. Can you talk to a little bit of that? I thought that was so cool.
Yeah. So when it came to the Grand Cherokee L, I'm glad you guys brought that up. Jeep is really special, and so we always want to do something for those vehicles that just takes it to the next level. So the Macintosh audio is one of those things. And in addition, the interior design team, really took inspiration from Macintosh's product design and built that into the door speakers, into the speakers on the IP. We also brought that into the screens. So their signature power meters, you actually have access to the Macintosh app in the system, and you can actually watch those power meters move while you're listening to music. So that's pretty cool. I think the other thing about the Grand Cherokee is now, instead of just being kind of in the center stack in that radio area, we've actually brought Uconnect 5 to right in front of the driver. So we've got a 10-inch full digital cluster now and a 10-inch full color heads-up display. And so if you imagine, you can really have this, what I really love about it is you can put your speed and your turn-by-turn direction, say, in the heads-up display, a full screen map on the instrument cluster, and then have that home screen on the to your right with just one-touch access to everything. I never have to change it. I can drive and have everything right at my fingertips. So I think
all on
we're really
display. Yeah.
all on display. So we're really excited about giving the customers all this flexibility and all this new content, but making sure that it's not scary for them. You can set it up the way you want, and you can just get to things quickly. So.
And is that part of the Android operating system that's allowed you to do that?
Yeah. Part of it's the Android operating system, and that's what's allowing us to bring in the map, the maps from TomTom, and even the Macintosh app. And the other part of it is that processor we talked about. It allows us to replicate things on multiple displays. It gives us better resolution, more pixels on the screen, if you will. So. It's really offered up a lot of future possibilities for us.
So is the new Jeep Grand Cherokee going to be the poster child, if you will, for the new Uconnect 5?
It's the most advanced one that we've shown so far. Yes. So it takes all the great things about Uconnect 5 and really builds an exciting and enhanced driving experience for those customers.
So our first experience will be when we get to drive the new Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Yeah. So Uconnect 5 is on today in the Pacifica, in the 21 Pacifica and the Durango. I think we've probably all seen the Durango Hellcat.
Yes, we have.
Which is awesome. So that vehicle also has Uconnect 5 in it, and some nice improvements to our performance pages. And then the Grand Cherokee takes what's really all those great things and really brings it to the next level by including the heads-up display and the digital instrumentation.
Well, that was my next question about the performance pages, because I got to drive the Hellcat Red-Eye Charger not too long ago, and I have to tell you that just in a year or two, I have discovered other performance page applications that are available to me that I didn't even know were in there. Are all of those just brought forward from the 4, or have you added to those as well?
We've brought those over from before. We've added to them a little bit, some things to make the information a little bit clearer, to lay out the buttons in an easier to use way. But the biggest thing is, if you remember, you probably went to the app drawer to find the performance page.
That's correct.
You can get to that right on the main screen now. So there's a little vehicle icon at the bottom. You push that, and it takes you right. It'll take you right to a landing page. And as soon as you hit the button, it loads. So that's the other advantage of the Android operating system.
Shortcut.
It's like a shortcut. And so I think on our Uconnect 4 systems, the performance pages are awesome, but there's a little bit of a loading time when you bring them up. With Uconnect 5, there's no loading time. You hit the button and it's there. So some of the improvements to it are just getting our customers to it quicker.
Well, that comes into the processor that you're talking about, being able to manage all that work that it's doing behind the screen, literally.
Yep, exactly.
How long have you guys been working on this?
So the Uconnect system came out back in the late
1960s, I think it was, wasn't it?
No, it didn't.
But we've never. It's always. I always get the question, how long did it take to design? Well, we never really stop. It's software, so
it's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress all the time. So, and that's one of the great things with the new system, we have over-the-air updates. So now, rather than having to wait for vehicle launches, we're going to be bringing new content and new improvements all the time. It can be a constant flow of to our customers. So
it's an over-the-air kind of update.
Yep, over-the-air updates.
So
yep.
you can add features and content just through internet downloads into the vehicle.
Correct.
Well, that's pretty awesome. Especially when you talk about how the processor's faster and using the Android operating system, the expandability is to a large degree endless. If you could think of it, you could add it to the vehicle.
Yeah, that's exactly right, and it's a pretty exciting time to be a user experience designer.
Well, and the one thing I know about FCA, you guys listen to your customers. That's actually been, it's not that you're wanting customers to contact you to tell you stuff. You tell them to contact you to tell them stuff. So you're always reaching out, trying to find that new thing that kind of gets you out ahead of the crowd. And Uconnect has been one of them for all of the operating systems that are out there. Uconnect 4 was steps above the rest, and if you've made it that much better with Uconnect 5, everybody's going to be chasing after you.
Thank you.
So what do you say to people that say to you, okay, I keep hearing these rumors about the cars being hacked after it doesn't make any difference what brand or model it is, that there seems to be more and more concern, whether it's true or not, that the cars can be vulnerable to being hacked, and anybody could get into the car and capture
take control,
capture its information, change settings, and that sort of stuff. Is that really true?
So I'm more on the design side. It's not really my area, but we do have a whole security team that watches over that to make sure that everything we do is safe and secure for our customers. So I have no worries.
And that's a moving target, because those people are full time trying to find out the way bad people are trying to interact with the system.
So you got people that know how to hack into the system, trying to hack into the system. That's comforting to know, because obviously it's like your own police force, trying to make sure that nobody gets
Keep you safe and secure.
Yeah, exactly, because you don't want that information being changed, especially factory settings and that sort of stuff. How is the interface between your phone and Bluetoothing into the system?
Oh, it's great. We have a couple ways to do it. So you can use, like I said, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Those work just like Android Auto, Apple CarPlay today, except your phone never has to leave your pocket, which is awesome. And then the other way is you can actually connect two phones to the Uconnect 5 system through the native the phone app that's in there. And it works very much like it does today. Just a couple step process, a few button presses to connect the Bluetooth, and you're ready to roll.
So while you and your partner are going down the street together, that means that you could be on a phone call and your partner could be on a different phone call?
You can switch between them. So over the cabin speakers and the cabin audio, I can have, if I get a phone call, it can play over the cabin audio, or if my wife gets a phone call, it can play over the cabin, and it's just a simple toggle switch on the radio.
Well, and if she wants to, join in on the conversation with you, then all you have to do is say, "Okay, I'll join in with her," and then both of you are actually talking.
Yeah.
Well, see, Don's so old, he goes back to the party line. Back in the 60s.
That's what he's trying to see. Can he do a party line on your new Connect?
Hell, he doesn't even know what the hell the term party line means.
Well, but if your iPhone could join multiple calls, it'd be easy enough to do.
That is so cool, though. Think about the technology involved in that. I mean, just to think of how far technology has come in such a short period of time in your car. All of the things
if you want a good reminder, go get in my mother's 2002 Honda Odyssey van.
Walk right out there, and there's a 2001 Corvette that doesn't know anything about any of that.
Yeah.
No, I had to go out and buy a little cigarette lighter thing to make it Bluetooth.
See, they don't have cigarette lighters anymore.
So you said a little bit earlier, I kind of caught on it as far as where you are today. Where are you going tomorrow? What kind of things are in the bucket for the future?
I think you guys said it best. It's a moving target, and so one of the things for us in the design office is we're ahead of what you'll see on the road, of course. So we're growing the team, and I'm bringing in all kinds of new and different and diverse skill sets. So we're to find those kind of, we call them white space opportunities. I've got people that are user experience designers, but they may have a background in research or in psychology. And so they're really looking into that customer data and that customer feedback and trying to understand how can we make the experience better for our customers. I'm hiring interaction designers that, come from mobile and web backgrounds. So when we talk about bringing in things like TomTom Maps or Alexa, they have some experience in that world, or even connecting the experience to your outside the vehicle to the mobile app. And then at the same time, I think probably the most visual thing, and you guys will see some of this in the new Grand Cherokee cluster, I'm actually hiring video game designers.
I was just going to ask you that question.
Yeah. So, I grew up with a lot of sci-fi movies and playing lots of video games and all that stuff. And so, the graphics and the motions and animations that you see there, that's what I want the future to look like. So we're hiring the people that create those things, and bringing them into the studio to help show us what the future is.
So I'm going to ask this. I think I know what the answer is. So those people that you're hiring and bringing in tend to be, because all of us here are 60 plus.
I was going to say,
tend to be youngsters and coming out of the coming out of the tech industry.
What is the opportunity for the 4 overage guys sitting at this table? What is our opportunity?
You're welcome to buy a brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee L.
Equal opportunity for everybody. I would say most of the team tends to be from their early 20s to kind of mid 40s range, roughly. But again, we know. No discrimination there. We have plenty of men and women.
I didn't mean that, but that pool of talent and the things that you want to bring into the system. The youth are going to be the ones who are going to have those ideas and
absolutely,
and not have any bad habits, because they're going to be a little bit more free thinking of, hey, I want to do this now. Put me in a team to figure out how do we develop.
A little more artistic level instead of engineering level.
And it's actually. It's pretty interesting, kind of leading the team, because typically when you hire people right out of school or people that are, more junior designers, you bring them in and they're learning from you, right? They're learning from your experience. Well, the people I'm bringing in, I'm learning from them.
Wow.
So it's, it's changing so fast. And so we got to have an open mind, and we got to try new things.
What is your background? How did you get this job? I mean, did you got out of college and went directly to FCA?
I did. I actually.
Oh my gosh, he did.
Ralph Gilles.
Yes,
was
of course.
Actually my teacher. So I was in transportation design, and I spent the first kind of 2/3 of my career in Jeep design, Jeep exterior design.
Oh wow!
And I was put together with a team that had all different disciplines of design: exterior design, interior design, color, materials, and user experience. And I remember saying, like, wow, do you guys see the opportunity here with user experience? You see where the future is kind of going? And sure enough,
now you're in charge.
Yeah. So it's been a pretty.
Got to have the vision first.
It's been, and it continues to be very exciting.
Are you still in touch with Ralph?
Oh, every day. Yeah, he's my boss. So.
Oh, okay, that worked out well.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's very passionate about this space as well, and really a big proponent of just of not doing things the same way. In this space, we are really reshaping our approach and trying new things.
Well, how exciting. My experience with Ralph Gilles was on a racetrack at Willow Springs, and you guys flew me out there. And
Don was screaming like a 7-year-old girl having fun on a roller coaster.
Absolutely, and it was, one of those press events where all the press is going to drive the road course in a 700 horsepower I guess it was the Challenger.
Okay.
And I don't know anything about driving on. I don't know a road course, and I can't control 700 horsepower. So I said, Ralph, would you drive me? Oh no, you drive it. No, I know my limitations. I can't do that. Would you drive me?
Show me what it'll do.
Well, sure. I'll be glad to. Well, the people that were kind of governing all of the press people and everything didn't know that Ralph got in the driver's seat and I sat in the front passenger seat. Well, here we go across Willow Springs Raceway at about 1,000 miles an hour. And all these guys are standing at the fence out there watching this car go sideways, smoke pouring off the back tires, and around Willow Springs we go, and we finally pull in, and they're ready to kill the driver, thinking that it was me.
Until Ralph steps out.
Until Ralph took his helmet off. They go, oh, Mr. Gilles, sorry, we just wanted to make sure everything was okay. Yeah, okay. I walked out of there with the biggest smile ever. Well, it was a great experience, and he's a great sport, and what a great guy to work for, I can only imagine.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
And I think, what you just described, I mean, it's so cool working at a company that makes cars with that kind of emotion. I mean, one day and the user experience team it's really exciting, because one day we might be working on a car like that, and the next day we're trying to design a family experience for the Pacifica. We could be working on a Wrangler, but there's just such a breadth of products, and with such cool
plenty of
personalities.
variety.
So let's talk about Uconnect 5 and the Pacifica that's available now. It just so happens that I'm driving one. So tell me about that. What makes Uconnect system different in the Pacifica, if it any, than it would be, say, for instance, the Jeep Grand Cherokee? I understand it's all the same, but is it really? Because I would imagine that you guys think of a different experience with the
You're
Jeep
kind of like
Grand.
tuning it. You tune it different for whoever the driver.
Do you actually tune it differently for the Pacific? You do.
Small things, but I mean, the first thing you'll notice in the Pacifica between that and other products with Uconnect 5 is with every single one, the look and feel fits with whatever the interior design is. So you'll notice that one has more, kind of the gray blue colors and the real black cards and things to make it fit with the interior. We've also brought in some unique features. I'm not sure if you have the PHEV version, but just like we have performance pages in the Hellcat Durango, we have PHEV pages in the Pacifica to help you understand what that driveline is, what that powertrain is doing, what it's doing. We also have brought in something called the Fam Cam. If you guys know that, it gives you an interior view of the camera, so you can see the kids in the back seat, you can see the car seats, and you can actually take the Fam Cam or even the 360 degree camera for the outside, and you can put those right on top of the screen as a quick link. So I have a young family, and I know how distracting it is with the kids in the back. So, with the Pacifica, again, that one-touch access is more important than ever. So you can put the Fam Cam, you can put the 360 cam right at the top as a hot link. You can set up those home screen cards, for whatever it is you need. If it's, recent calls and navigation, and again, one-touch access to that. Just for, again, knowing what it's like to do a road trip as a parent with 2 car seats in the back, that was taken. Special consideration was taken.
So that is your daily driver, or what is your daily driver?
My daily driver's a Gladiator.
Good choice. Yeah. Good choice.
Well, Vincent, it is a real honor and pleasure to talk to you. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your Saturday to talk to us. Is there a place, like, for instance, on Jeep.com or something like that, where we can take a look at the new Uconnect 5 system?
Yes, on Jeep.com. I think you can get all the information on the Grand Cherokee L, and within that, there'll be information about everything we talked about.
Well,
and Uconnect 5.
Sweet.
It's pretty exciting. Be sure and tell everybody we said hi. We love talking to you guys, and especially you. And thanks and congratulations to your upward movement there at Stellantis.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. Have a great weekend, guys.
You do the same. We appreciate you. Well, how fun was that?
That was awesome.
Yeah, great interview. Okay, well, it's time now for this hour's car review, and I had a chance to drive the 2021 Buick Enclave. The Buick Enclave comes in several trim levels: Preferred, Essence, Premium, and Avenir. I had, which you're looking at there, the Avenir front-wheel drive 1SP. That's trim level. It's considered a standard SUV, which actually puts it in the same category as, say, for instance, Chevy Suburban. Believe it or not.
That's a good looking shot.
It's a 3-row crossover, seats 7 passengers, whereas the Chevy Traverse can seat up to 8. This one does not have a bench center seat. It has captain's chairs. Exterior changes from last model year, none. More stylized design than the competitor, Chevy Traverse. The C and D pillar, if you want to kind of combine the two, a little bit different, just not the front and rear fascias. So that's really what makes the difference in the outward appearance of the Buick Avenir, the Buick Enclave Avenir, and the Chevy Traverse. And it's really not noticeable unless you look at them side by side. Different wheels, obviously, for different trim classes. Overall, nice look. What I liked, the modern yet conservative near luxury design of the Buick. And I'm going to get to the pricing between the difference between the Chevy and the Buick in just a second. What could use improvement? I don't think anything. It's gorgeous. Interior highlights, integrated infotainment screen, which I really do like in the dash.
That's pretty.
Smooth, sculpted dash design. Uses Cadillac Automatic transmission shift control.
There you go.
That one stick thing down there at the bottom. It's really cool and it's nice. I like it a lot. Backup camera image displayed on the rear view mirror all the time if you want it that way. It can also be switched over and not only just a rear view mirror, but you can use that backup camera at night. Cargo trunk room limited with the third row seat up. What I liked, storage area under the front center console, and plus it also had a very quiet cabin. 3.6 liter V6, 310 horsepower, 266 pound-feet of torque with a 9-speed automatic transmission. Tow rating is up to 5,000 pounds. Not a lot, but at least it's something. 18 miles per gallon city, 26 highway for a combined of 21. I got 22.5 miles per gallon over 315.1 miles. What I liked about it, plenty of power. What could use improvement? You cannot disengage the auto start stop, and you know how I feel about the auto start stop.
Yep.
I don't like it.
Well, that's part of how they get to the fuel economy they get to as well.
I know. And this is just a kind of an area that they're in between going electric to all of this stuff, or at least having that, or a hybrid at least. Now, as far as ride is concerned, smooth, comfortable ride. And it's different than the Chevy Traverse. They make these subtle changes between models, and that's one of them. What could use improvement? Suspension adjustability. But
I got it.
Alarm.
I'll get it.
If it's for me, I'm busy.
Take a message.
Hello?
Go ahead.
No,
Who is it? Is it
who knows?
anybody important?
I shut them down immediately.
Pizza.
Don't ever call again. Base trim price on the Buick was $53,800. Prices tested $57,990. This is a full tilt Avenir. This is the top of the line. Base model price is only $41,795.
That's pretty good in a full-size SUV.
Competitors, the Chevy Traverse starts at $30,995. So there's $11,000 price difference between the Chevy Traverse and the Buick Enclave Avenir. So the other competitors, the Acura MDX starts at $44,500, and the Audi Q7 $59,770. And that's the review of the 2021 Buick Enclave. I liked it. All right, time now for the cruise-in calendar. Do you happen to have that?
Yes, I do. So cruise-in kind of stuff that's going to be happening later today and tomorrow. 3 p.m., there's a cruise-in pizza night in Texas City. Tomorrow is the...
is that the name of the cruise-in pizza night?
Pizza night.
Sweet.
Quick 30 is the season opener in Baytown. So they're going to be out running the track out in Baytown. Also out at Houston Raceway Park is the All-American Throwdown. Kind of a cruise-in burnout contest, some drag racing and stuff. Should be a lot of fun. Looks like
Mars is going to take one of the press cars out there, I think.
Well, it looks like Seth's trying to engage more and more people to come on out there as the season goes on.
Well, Mars does the burnouts in the street in front of his house. So
No, I had to go around the corner.
Go around the corner.
My wife is complaining.
His mom complained.
His mom. Again.
And then also January 31st, next weekend, Houston Performance Driving, Twin Peaks meet up in the Woodlands. And then on the 30th is Rudy's Barbecue, Fire Up Car Show. There'll be 25 awards, and that's the Rudy's Barbecue there on 249, just south of Tomball. Saturday, February 13th, is the Houston F-Body Community Meet at Fountain Lake Drive in Stafford. So that's going to be close to you there, Donnie. The Lone Star Throwdown, February 26th through the 28th. And that's, pretty much the largest truck meet in the nation. And, Lonnie and Todd will be having a good time with that. But don't talk to them. They'll be busy. And then Saturday, the 27th, of February is Hot Rods and Harleys at the Harley-Davidson store on North Pines in Kingwood.
Okay, that it?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I want to remind everybody that the In Wheel Time Car Show streams on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and InWheelTime.com. Podcasts available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, iHeart Podcast, TuneIn, Google Podcast, Pandora, Amazon, and Podcast Addict. And The In-Wheel Time Show continues right after this.
Tailpipes and Tacos is Houston's premier cruise-in, and you're invited to join in. Whether you're a cruiser or spectator, Tailpipes and Tacos is the place to enjoy made-to-order breakfast tacos, fresh coffee, and mingle with Houston's fun car people. Mark your calendar for Saturday, February 20th for Tailpipes and Tacos at the Lupi Tortilla Mexican Restaurant in Katy, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Tailpipes and Tacos is free, and everyone's invited. You will see collector cars, hot rods, customs, magnificent originals, and resto mods all at one location. Cars from all over Southeast Texas cruise in and show off in a friends and family event at the Lupi Tortilla Mexican Restaurant on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10 in Katy. Drag racer, car enthusiast, and Lupi founder Stan Holt brings you Houston's hottest cruise in, Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, February 20th, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Lupi's in Katy. The In-Wheel Time Car Show will be there too. Get your ride ready, and we'll see you at the Tailpipes and Tacos Saturday morning cruise in, February 20th, 8 to 11 a.m. at Lupi's in Katy, weather permitting. Is your business or company looking to stand out in a crowded advertising market? Looking to reach the real auto enthusiast? Well, you found it. You're listening or watching In-Wheel Time, and so are your fellow enthusiasts. The In-Wheel Time Car Show now reaches 500,000, and we can put together a marketing plan that will engage them in your product, business, or service. To get the tires rolling, just shoot us an email to our marketing director, Jeff Zekin. His address is jeff@inwheeltime.com. Texas Truck Works is your go-to truck customizer. From mild-to-wild lift kits, custom wheels, and steering and handling enhancements to the best personal and commercial wraps, Texas Truck Works delivers. Let Texas Truck Works founder Scott Stevens help you get the most out of your truck or Jeep. Texas Truck Works has decades of customizing experience, including power adders and complete engine swaps. Let the Texas Truck Works team design an upgrade plan that fits your budget. Get truck attitude today at TexasTruckWorks.com.